Hi, this is Rico from Dutchpro, and in this video I'm going to answer the question, how does multi-total work? Multi-total is the nutrient optimizer that helps you reduce nutrients usage and increase nutrient uptake. So how does multi-total have all these benefits and what actually happens inside the substrate and inside the plant? Multi-total contains humic and fulvic acids. Humic and fulvic acids are both negatively charged while most of the nutrients are positively charged. Now, to explain what really goes on, I first have to explain what happens when nutrients are uptaken by the roots. The moment you feed your plants nutrients, those positively charged molecules bind themselves to the negatively charged soil molecules. When there's an interaction and the nutrients end up in the roots, the soil loses its negative charge. When this happens, the specific soil particle can't uphold nutrients anymore the second time. Now, over time, your soil loses the charge to uphold those nutrients and give them to your root system. Over-fertilization is a big and real problem because too many nutrients are provided and they end up in places that your plants can't reach them. Now, multi-total changes this because once your soil actually loses its negative charge, this is where the humic and fulvic acids kick in and the nutrients can attach themselves to the humic and fulvic acids in the places around your root zone. This will help your plant uptake the nutrients because more nutrients reside in the place where they can be uptaken by the roots. An increase of charge inside your soil is called a cation exchange capacity. Humic and fulvic acids increase the CSC rate, which means that more nutrients can attach themselves to the soil and humic and fulvic particles so they can be uptaken by a plant. Furthermore, multi-total makes phosphorus that was unavailable available to your plant again. Phosphorus is only available to your plant within the first couple seconds after application. After that, the phosphorus binds themselves to heavy metals like aluminum or iron. Once that happens, roots can't uptake the phosphorus anymore because they don't have the right molecular structure. Humic acids bind themselves to the phosphorus and the heavy metal and separates them, making phosphorus the real molecule again that can be uptaken by your roots. Lastly, humic and fulvic acids are rich in oxygen. What happens when you provide your soil or your substrate with humic and fulvic acids is that more oxygen enters the root zone. This allows for a higher concentration of oxygen and basically allowing your roots to grow bigger and healthier. Furthermore, humic and fulvic acids also attract hydrogen, water. This makes sure that more water is being kept around the root zone in times that it is needed. So when to use multi-total? Multi-total needs to be used from the first week of your plant cycle. You have to feed it every time in week 1, and then you don't have to feed your plants multi-total in week 2. But you do have to repeat this process every other week. So 1 week where you feed them multi-total, the second week not. Then the third week you feed them multi-total again every time you feed your plants. The fourth week you don't feed them multi-total. You keep repeating this process all the way till the end of your plant's life cycle. Multi-total can be used in a hydroponic setup, cocoa or soil substrate. Now that I explained everything, it's time for you to start growing some killer plants. Make sure you like, subscribe and turn on your notifications for any future videos. My name is Rico from Dutchpro and I hope I will see you again.